But you got to be willing to stand, because he knows where he's taking you. And he's going to get you to where you got to go. He's not forgot about you. The last story, because I don't know how much time I got on this video before it shut down. It's the story of Jesus. Jesus is God's son. And he came to earth because of all the sin we committed as humans. God so perfect and holy, sin can't be in his presence because he's so pure. So he has to make a separate place for that stuff. Even though he loved it, he got to make a separate place for people who commit that stuff. So he needed a sacrifice to redeem us back to him. So he sent Jesus. Well, Jesus volunteered. He left heaven, where the streets are gold, where the buildings are made of see-through gold, like the Wizard of Oz. But it's real. Where there's no sun, because their glory shines 24/7. Where we'll never cry again, feel sorrow, pain, hurt, lack, loneliness, none but love, peace, and joy. He left all that to come live on this earth. And to be beaten, to be lied on, to be talked down to. He was even born outside in the manger, like in a barn. He wasn't even born in the hospital or in the house or a room. He left all that to come be our Savior, to give us a second chance at this life. But he had to die and shed his blood, because blood for blood, sin kills. And it took blood to save and heal. So he let them take him to the cross. And before he went and prayed. He was like, God, I love you and I love these people, but I don't want to die. That was the flesh talking, not his heart. The flesh sometimes take over our heart and our mind. He was like, I don't want to die. Can it be another way? But then he accepted. He was like, nah, I got to do it. I got to save these people I love. And they took him to the cross and they killed him. And they said the sun went black. And the people who hated him, the same ones he died for. That's the crazy thing. Sometimes the people you treat the best do you the worst. I've done that to people before too. And I always say I'm sorry and I try to make it right. And it has happened to me. I've been good and feel like I got burned. But no grudge. Because Jesus did it for me. He forgave me, so I forgive, and I hope I'm forgiven. But it looked like he had lost. Because them people felt like they got their wish. They had killed his physical body. But as we all know, 3 days later, he rose from the grave. And then he ascended into heaven. Came back for a little bit, did a little ministry, and went back. And they say now he sit at the right hand of his daddy. And then he coming back again. But the thing is, it says his name will be higher than any other name ever. And someday when we die, because we all go die, and we all got to go see them, it say every knee go bow. That means voluntarily or involuntarily. Every knee go bow. And every tongue go confess, go speak it, that he is God. No disrespect to nothing else. No disrespect to no other religion or nothing else. That's just what it says. When we check out of here, we got to go see him. And the one who it looked like they killed and he was going to be written off, they got to go see him if they ain't saw him already. And they gonna have to bow when they see him. Because God had not forgotten about him. You see, in the first story, God took care of Joseph while Joseph was alive. And the second story, my story, God took care of me while I was alive. And the third story, God let Jesus die. Then he took care of him. We don't know necessarily which way our story gonna go. But you can best believe God gonna take care of you one way or another. And I'm hoping it's in this lifetime. So, whatever you're facing, whatever the situation may be, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, just know God has not forgotten about you. He took Joseph from a prison, made him a prince, put him in the palace. He took me from the projects to a decent life in a beautiful city, traveled the world, met wonderful people. And I hope he just getting started with me. He took Jesus out of a grave and set him on a throne in heaven, right next to him, so that you and I can be forgiven of our bads and be saved and have a new life right now. He can take you from the ghetto to a gated community. He can take you from the PJs to a private jet. He can take you from a single family household, make you the president of the United States. He can take you from a foster home, and out of your womb come world leaders, world changers, people who make a difference in this world. From you. Even if you're a waitress, he can make it to where you own restaurants worldwide. If you're an Uber driver, you can end up owning a fleet of airplanes. God can take the smallest of things and make it the largest. That's why I say don't despise the day of small beginnings. Even in relationships, you may be with somebody who don't even make much money, but they treat you right. Y'all work it out, because God can bless y'all to where y'all have more than y'all can ever imagine, and love. You may be in school struggling, hanging out. You may end up being the dean of that university. You may be trying to start a business, seem like it's failing. You can't get a loan, hanging out. You may be the next billionaire. You may be in the medical field, overworked, underappreciated, feel like you're forgotten about. But God will bring you healing when you need it down the line. And I hope he give y'all a raise, because y'all deserve it. He can have a hospital named after you. Thank y'all for what y'all doing. Please hang in there. You could be in prison, and God can still bring you out and make you one of the most influential people who ever lived, if you're willing to do the right thing. God don't care about who you are, what you got, how pretty you look, how pretty you don't look, how smart you are. He don't care about none of that. If your heart want to do what's right towards people and go give him the glory for it, he'll use you. Look at me. I feel privileged to do this stuff. D, you may be driving trucks now. You may end up owning a fleet. You may end up owning your own trucking company. and you able to employ people and treat them the right way, I know they'll love working for you. So people, God have not forgotten about you. He has not forgotten about you. You are not forgotten. You're not a mistake. You're not a burden. You can get right. You can make a difference. You can fulfill your goals. You can complete your dreams. God has not forgotten about you. Just like the bow and arrow. The further it seems like life taking you back, when God says your time, you will go that much further. So hang in there. All right? I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you ladies. Y'all hang in there. All right? You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You got this. All right? You got this. You can do it. You can do it. God ain't forgot about you. He ain't gonna let you down. So don't let yourself down. Try again. You can do it. All right? Love you all. God bless. I'm out.